On behalf of my family, I want to place a token of 500,000 naira.
Thank you, the Honourable Minister for State. Any more? We can't keep His Royal Majesty standing. We'll please resume our seats. Thank you, sir. Be seated. Please, let's say we love our Vice Chancellor. We'd like to invite very warmly Alhaji Laiwola Niniola. Alhaji Niniola, please. And Alhaji Gideoni.
On behalf of me and my company, UNESCO Limited, I pledge 500,000.
Please put your hands together. We have Alhaji Gideoni.
500,000.
Very simple man. Money doesn't make noise. 500,000 naira. Please put your hands together for him. Can I invite Mr. Femi Onomusi? The transfer details of the investors on the screen, you can capture it with your cameras. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I speak on behalf of Eagle Club Lounge, Lagos, and we are very delighted to pledge the sum of 1 million naira.
1 million naira. Yes, on behalf of his friends. Igit Irabo, please. Can we please warmly welcome her to the microphone?
On behalf of Evident Nigerian Enterprises, I present 200,000.
You can see that the operators of Pasha, when they came to a beautiful woman, everything comes alive. Any more? Going? One? More volunteers are coming. Thank you. Thank you. Lady first, John. Iyabo Laikaye, please. Welcome to the microphone. $100,000 of good Nigerian currency. God will more.
On behalf of the great law set of 1987 that produced great men like myself and the Honourable Minister, we'll be pledging the sum of 250,000 towards the book. Some copies of the book will go to our great faculty of law.
Thank you.
Greatest UNIBEN, 1981. The faculty was started in this university. We were members of that pioneer class. The Honourable Minister, I think we are senior by 3 years in the practice of law. We want to clap for that class, please. They are a distinguished member of that class. By providence, in 81, 83, I met Babatunde Raji Fashola, and I can tell you that was a meeting by providence. He has been a very close family friend. I sat in my office, and he made me a commissioner in Lagos. I know please clap for him. May I call him Baba Fash? This PRF, all other things. When he saw me now, he said, Baba Kudo. And I started back, Baba Fash. So when I say Baba Fash, say Baba Kulu. Baba Fash. Baba Fash. Why would I donate money at an event like this? Why would I donate money? On every figure of Baba Fash, would that be 7 figures of it? I've checked my balance. I'm making a commitment of 500,000 to this people.
Baba Kulo, the first man to become a chief from the faculty of law University of Benin, the Jagumolu of the Ibeshe Kingdom. A shattered teacher, retired but not tired, Mr. Osa Ikwawosa.
Dr. Julius, we are delighted about this presentation and especially the intention of the utilization of the proceeds from this launch. In that regard, even though most of the past presidents belong to retired members of the, Association of Retired Members of Federal Republic of Nigeria. However, on behalf of all the past presidents, including the chairman of BOT, I hereby donate 100,000.
Thank you. Open donations now closed. Please purchase a copy for the sum of 15,000 naira and the soft copy for 10,000 naira. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Please pass. Ushers, just take the books round. Pass the books. We give ensure that everybody gets a copy. Just to remind you, hardback is 15,000 naira. Softback is 10,000 naira. Please, let's not be rowdy about it. Let's not be rowdy about it, please. Let's do it quietly. Let's do it quietly. Thank you so much. You have any? Okay. Your Excellency, Your Royal Majesty, Sir Vice Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we want to respectfully invite our honoree today, Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, to please make a remark. Please, let's put our hands together, please.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, represented here by the Honorable Commissioner for Infrastructure, John Sage Inegbedion, and I dare say also by the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Omoa Longe Onyopaku, who was described as a dame. She hasn't told me that, but she was telling me, but today they have added dame to it. I used to live in their home when I was struggling for admission in this university at ERO. Her late mom took me in, and she was just a little girl. But today, she occupies the office of the Honorable Commissioner for Environment in Edo State. It tells me that I am also moving on. Our chief host, the Vice Chancellor, Professor F.F. Orumwense, and now outgoing Vice Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor designate, Professor Mrs. Lillian Salami, Professor Omorui, and through him, all members of the academic staff, the book reviewer, Professor Ray Ozolwa, my brother, the Honourable Minister of State for Works and Housing, the UNIBEN Alumni Association Worldwide, Law Students Association of the University of Benin, and I decided to save the very best for the very last. His Royal Majesty, Yolu Obori Ogiame, thank you very much for coming to honor me. I know it hasn't been easy, but I do appreciate. My friends, my classmates, so many people who are here today, thank you. Every time I come into this hall, it gives me goosebumps because it reminds me of so many things. It reminds me of lectures that we used to come here to receive about 30-something years now to the day. It reminds me of moot and mock trials that took place on this table on these days with Justice Awere Ogene as presiding judicial officer, when we began to learn to bite as lawyers in the making. It also reminds me of very many great nights of entertainment here, of dance, of film, and I see some of the members of the Alumni Association are nodding their heads. We had fun here. It also reminds me of my failed attempt at running a business, when I tried to show a film here and I lost all my money. And it was a very, very serious pointer that I was not going to make it as a businessman. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, honor is humbling. Immense honor is immensely humbling. Today, the University of Benin does me immense honor by this first trip, and I struggle to find the words that adequately convey how truly grateful and humbled I am. This is a day of gratitude to many, all of whom are not here, and all of whom I cannot adequately even begin to try to recollect or to remember. But in very many ways, they have shaped my life. Thank you all very much. Thank you one and thank you all. Thank you for inviting me to this great institution of learning in 1983. Thank you to all my lecturers in the Faculty of Law under the leadership of Professor Saki. Thank you to my classmates. Thank you to my coursemates. And thank you to my seniors. Babatunde, Richard Ahonarogu, Charles Edosawa, the pioneer who broke the glass ceiling for subsequent graduates of the law faculty here to aspire to the rank of senior advocates of Nigeria in this country. Thank you to all of you. Some of them bullied me, some of them loved me, but Babatunde loved me endlessly. Charles Edosawa just never liked how I dribbled him on the field of play when we played football. Thank you to all of the great friends. Thank you to Dudu Orume, to John Iwelumo, Otuedo Sage, Osinze, all of my classmates, thank you, all of you. Whatever value of my person has been deserving of this honor, you have contributed to the making. I take responsibility for my own flaws. They are the making of me that I must improve upon. I'd like to thank Honorable Justice Samson Uwaifo for the very gracious foreword he wrote and for his generosity of spirit in writing that foreword. In many ways than one, he impacted my life positively. I had the privilege of appearing before him in many divisions of the Court of Appeal, particularly when he was in Port Harcourt and later Lagos, and in the Supreme Court, and those appearances were important building blocks in my development as an advocate. Thank you, my Vice Chancellor, Professor Orumwense, as you prepare to hand over the baton. Thank you, Professor I.O. Omorui. Thank you, Professor Salami. Thank you, all members of the academic staff, the initiators and drivers of this project and of this event. My gratitude is deep and it is immense. Unfortunately, we got to spend very little time together, for which I remain continuously apologetic. But that was no obstacle to the generosity of your spirit and your commitment to this project. Many thanks to the founders of this great university, whose vision, sacrifice, and dedication gave many opportunities for a globally and competitive education that has developed our young minds and our bodies into valuable natural resources for the development of our country in many spheres of life. I say thank you to the visionaries of this school. I feel very proud to say to them that in us and in you, many of whom they do not know and many of whom they may never meet, their vision has become real. It has become real because I cannot think of any part of the world where there is no alumnus of the University of Benin positively impacting on development. Of course, this would be no event if all of you who are here did not turn up. To all of you who are here, I say thank you for all of the sacrifices you have made to be here today. Let me also say thank you to the authors of the book, to the editors of the book, to the proofreaders and to the printers, all of who have contributed in one way or the other. The issues covered in the various articles, such as law and development, housing and sustainable development, food security, safety, health and development, human capital development, public finance and corporate governance and cybercrime, as have been admirably enunciated by the book law, are all front burner issues for the federal government under whom I serve. Without being immodest, I feel able and proud to share with you some of the initiatives that address these issues conceived and being implemented under the Buhari government, such as the mini-grid independent power systems for 37 federal universities in Nigeria. Alex Ekweme University in Ebonyi State, Bayero University in Kano State have come on stream, and I can also say that the eligible customer policy was implemented
for the University of Benin under the Buhari administration. So too, the vigorous deployment of renewable sources of energy to some economic clusters, such as Sabon Gari Market, Ari Market, and of course a Deko Market in the heart of Benin City here. I also feel proud to say that I am part of the team under President Buhari's leadership, through whom rehabilitation and reconstruction of internal road networks are currently being executed in 48 federal universities, including the University of Benin. And Edo State is not left behind in the national housing project that is being undertaken in 34 states who provided land across the Federation. I point to some of these projects as examples of our response to the very, very serious and germane developmental issues that are raised in the book, which I hope you will find time to read. But more importantly, those issues and how government is responding show that there are cords of connection between government, the town, and the universities, the GAM, which must be strengthened to accelerate national development. As a member of the government and as your alumnus and project, I can only use this moment to further commit my skills, my energy, and knowledge to contributing more vigorously to finding enduring solutions to those challenges for the people of Nigeria. The Buhari-led federal government has a lot of irons in the fire, and as a member of that team, I can tell you that we are approaching our task of developing Nigeria with hammer and tongs. I am optimistic that in the fullness of time, when our policies and projects fructify, the benefits will have been well worth the sacrifices that we have all made. A new dawn is on the horizon, and I see it. But before I close, let me express my deepest and biggest gratitude to those from whom I came, my family, my parents, my siblings, and especially my wife and my children. From their support in my early life, to their sacrifice for my development, and their endurance for the long absences I have had to make from family time, I remain grateful for their support, for their understanding, and for their encouragement. Long live the University of Benin. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you for your attention.
Please, let's put our hands together for the Honourable Minister. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Just before we invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, let me very quickly recognize that's the past President of the University of Benin Alumni Association, Deputy Registrar of this great university, Chief Macaulay Omo Azubene, FNIM. You're welcome, sir. The Director of Works, Engineer Willie Rogwe, Engineer Willie Rogwe, you are welcome, sir. Director of Servicom, thank you so much. And of course, Professor Egwekun, Director of Tuped, thank you so much for coming, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I understand that some of us were having a bit of difficulty in accessing the account that was displayed earlier. So there is an alternative account, and that's it on the slide. It is Omori IO Access Bank 001-082-9864. I take it again. Omori IO Access Bank 001-082-9864. If you're having problems with the one that was displayed earlier, please, this is an alternative account and you can use it. I can assure you that this one is, even before you type your money, it has accepted your money. I will now invite the PRO. Okay, so what?
Thank you very much, Professor Mike Berali. The Honourable Minister, you could recall that sometime our students sent to you a mail and they were asked to come today. So may I now quickly invite our students, the President of the Law Student Association Nigeria and the President Faculty of Law, University of Benin. This year, University of Benin produced the National President of the Law Students Association. He is Emmanuel Owombodo. And so we now invite them for their presentation. Quickly to the Honourable Minister. Come with your presentation. Where's the President, Faculty of Law students? Okay, from the national body, let's be fast.
I find this a moment in history, a moment paused in time. On behalf of the national body, to present to you, sir, an award deserving of your esteemed personality. I would say it is a very special privilege and honor to celebrate you, sir, with an award deserving of your esteemed personality for your contributions to law students in Nigeria and diaspora. We are the apex body and the unifying body, the umbrella of law students across the country. We have seen your impact and your contributions to us, and we deemed it very needful of our service to fortify our threshold and our association with you, sir, in honor of the launch of your book. Sir, with all due respect, please accept our heartfelt award in consonance of service for your esteemed, meritorious service to Nigeria at large.
Law Students Association, University of Benin, President J. Azabo, representing Faculty of Law Students Association, University of Benin. On behalf of faculty, with great honor and privilege, 6 students award chair, Law Students Association, University of Benin, this Lifetime Merit Award to Dr. Babatunde Fashola, SA, in recognition of your outstanding contribution towards the advancement of Nigeria. God bless LOSA. God bless UNIBEN. God bless them.
Please put your hands together for them. Put your hands together for them. Fantastic job. Thank you. The Dean, please. The Dean, very quickly, very quickly.
Just spread out for this. We'll have time to have a moment of photograph outside with his classmates. When he's going outside, his classmates will just join him. His classmates will join him outside. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The national president wants to use this opportunity to present this to the Vice Chancellor. Just present to the Vice Chancellor. Present to the Vice Chancellor. Yes.
All right, so they're about to make a presentation to the Vice Chancellor. Not to worry. Yes. Not to worry, just relax. Thank you so much, members of the Faculty of Law, for this wonderful opportunity to honor the Vice Chancellor and, of course, the Honourable Minister. Okay.
Sir, on behalf of the National Body of Law Students, we wish to present you this Outstanding Service Award for your contribution to us, and of course the National Body on your immense personality, deserving of your honors. Thank you so much. God bless UNIBEN. God bless you.
Thank you. The Dean, please. Professor Nebedion. Yes, they have a presentation for you. They also don't take. Thank you.
On behalf of the national body, sir, we present this award to you for your contributions to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. BBC admin. Of course, the Deputy Vice Chancellor is a lawyer like me.
Our Daddy, our Father, on behalf of the national body of law students in the country, we recognize you and we present this award of Outstanding Service to us. Thank you so much.
And last but most certainly not the least, they have a presentation for His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State. Also, yeah, it's only students that can ask the governor to leave his seat to come forward. I say it's only students. All right.
Seriously, we recognize your service to Edo State and Nigerian diaspora, and on behalf of the National Body of Law Students Association of Nigeria, we present this award. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, can we put our hands together for the Faculty of Law, the National Body of the Faculty of Law students. And now we want to invite the Chairman of the Local Organizing Committee, Professor Omori, to please put the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much. Because time is so fast spent, I have to snatch the microphone from Professor Mike. I want to stand on existing protocol. First, I want to thank God for making this day possible. It's a journey that started about the month of March, early March, and we wrote to His Excellency, the Honourable Minister. Then he was still Honourable Minister for Works, Power, Housing. It was winding up then. And we wrote to him asking for his permission to do a book on him as a distinguished alumnus of this university. Now, this is the first time we're having a book like this in honor of an alumnus of this university. And, but I can tell you that it's not going to be the last one. In fact, it's the beginning of a series that I believe has just taken off from this one. And so I'm telling my distinguished alumni, please get ready, because we must give honor to whom honor is due. And we have several alumni that deserve honor. And so we wrote to our honoree today asking for permission. And we were mindful of the fact that at that particular point in time, he had just about 2 months in office as Minister of Power, Works and Housing at that time. And I remember somebody saying something like, what at the time is being, the book is ready, he's no longer a minister. I said, well, whether he's a minister or not at that time, he is deserving of this honor. And we will honor him. He has deserved it. And it's not a question of whether or not he is a minister. One thing is important, is somebody who has represented the university very well. We are proud of him any day, whether as governor, as minister, as an ex-governor, as an ex-minister. And I want to thank him for accepting the request to write the book, to put together the book in his honor. If not for that, we will not be here today. And then I want to thank the Vice Chancellor of this great university. If you look at the book, you see that we have 2 editors-in-chief. He is number 1. He drove this vision. And I want to thank him very much. Thank you very much, sir. I want to also thank those who work with us to ensure that this book comes to fruition. Today we have a book made up of, written, put together by so many authors. A book of 21 chapters, cutting across different aspects, different disciplines of this university. I want to thank all those who contributed academically. I want to especially thank the editorial consultants. We had editorial consultants from different disciplines. We had editorial consultants like Professor Abolaba, who happens to be the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of the Kewon campus. He is a fisherman. He's a fisheries man. He's a food man. We had the book reviewer, Professor Ray Ozolwa, pharmacologist. We had Professor Ahmed Mubaren, the finance man. We had Professor Chris Osubo, a biochemist. We had Professor Mbeku, a statistician. We had Dr. Osunde, a sociologist. These were our editorial consultants. Then we had editors, those who worked to ensure that this book was put together. 2 of them I want to specially acknowledge today. Dr. Gabriel Omo Arishe, Associate Professor and Acting Head of the Department of Public Law. Where is he? Dr. Arishe? Okay, he's there. Dr. Rishe worked day and night to see that this book comes out. And I want to also acknowledge Dr. Loretta Inyage, Acting Head of the Department of Pharmacology. She's right there as well. We work together to see that this book is a reality. I want to thank the local organizing committee. I don't know, I can't, Dr. Becky Obeki is here, Professor Obi Osadolo, the PRO of the university, Mr. Yuki Obaseki, Mr. Ogono, Mrs. Abwa, Dr. Esa, who happens to be the chairman of the University of Benin Alumni Association, UNIBEN branch. And we also had Mr. Irabo working with us on this project. Thank you very much. I want to thank everyone who has come for this program. His Royal Highness, the Lord Bori, who has just left. I can say that we are greatly honored by his presence. We are honored by the presence of everyone here today. People came in from different parts of this country for this program. Thank you for your time. Thank you for counting this program one that is deserving of your time and your presence and your donations. Like has been announced, the proceeds from this book will be geared towards the maintenance and renovation of hostel accommodation for our students. And so I want to ask the alumni, this is just a complimentary effort on our part to join what the alumni have been doing. The Alumni Association North America initiated this. They started doing some things for our hostel. The Alumni Association UK has also moved in that direction. We want to complement what they're doing. They cannot just be doing this thing while we are watching. So we decided to also join them in carrying out this task. So I believe that whatever you have given and whatever you will give, because this is not the end, will go a long way to making our accommodation facilities better for our students. I want to thank you, and I want to wish that God will give you safe journeys back to your destinations. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, and the Chairman of the Local Organizing Committee, Professor Akin. Thank you so much. Put your hands together for him again, please. Thank you so much. Just before we conclude, we'll have one or two announcements. First is the national body, that is, I guess that's the, FNSE, the Hausa University and the Benin University Okada's Law Students Association. Here, thank you for coming. Also to let you know that immediately after this program, there will be a reception at the Indoor Sports Hall. Reception is strictly for invited guests. Cards, special cards have been given out to some of you, and you know yourself. If you don't have any card inviting you to that venue, let me end there. You know what will happen. Students, go and prepare for your exams. Students, exams have started, especially in Faculty of Law. Exams have started in Faculty of Law. Others are going to law school, so quickly go on. Anyway, so that has, but just to inform you that come next week, precisely on Tuesday, the 29th of November, at this very hall, at 10 a.m., we'll have a presentation and launching of a book titled Faraday Osase Orumwense, The Footprint of a Vice Chancellor. It is a book detailing the achievements of the man, the Chief Executive Officer of this great university, the Vice Chancellor, Professor FFO Orumwense, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please don't forget, mark that date on your diary, Tuesday, 19th of November, at the Akin Deko Auditorium at 10 a.m. Also, I mentioned it earlier, next week we'll be celebrating the 45th convocation ceremony of this university and the 49th Founders Day ceremony of this university. Wednesday, next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, we'll have different activities here in this university to commemorate the 45th convocation ceremony and the 49th Founders Day ceremony. Please keep a date with us. Our venue will definitely be in this hall. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. As I want to respectfully request that we all stand up as we take the second stanza of the national anthem. Please, no movement. When the national anthem, if you all remain where you are, you stop moving. Second stanza, national anthem, please. UNIBEN. Greatest UNIBEN. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest UNIBEN. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. As you go out, there will be a group photograph. Invite, of course, classmates, alumni, body, friends, and well-wishers who are part of the group photograph. Thank you so much, everybody.